is here, back with another college video. Today, I'm going to talk about a little about how I was feeling this week, definitely, because we were tattooing actual people and we're going to continue that on Monday. So from Tuesday, because it was a long weekend last Monday. So from Tuesday to Thursday, we just did smalls or minimums, which I don't actually have any that pull up right now. Actually, if I quickly grab my phone. We just did smalls, which would be something like the Band-Aid. I did the Band-Aid with the flowers. And I did the moons. I did the moon faces. Those would be considered a minimum. And then we did what would be called a medium, which would be this. And was the skull medium? No, the skull wasn't a medium. The skull was still small. This is a medium. Sorry, I lied. The skull was a small. This is a medium, along with this one. Monday, we're going to do 2 mediums again. Tuesday, I think, is either going to be 2. I think it would be a large. I think we'd do large. I am not positive on that. But Monday is still mediums. But the first day we started doing that, I was so freaking nervous. I'm also done with the moon faces. Let me just pull up my camera roll again to count to you how many moon faces I did. I did 3. I know that doesn't sound like many, but when you do 2 in one day and then another one the day after, you kind of get a bit bored of it. Luckily, those are the only 3 I did that week. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're fun, but you just get it gets repetitive. Not to bash anyone with moon faces. I myself have moon faces on my ankle. But it's I think the reason I was so annoyed with it is because I just used a 3-round liner. The whole week was a 3-round liner. Let's see. Let me see if I can show you. Give me a sec. I'll see if I can remember which ones were 3-round liners and which ones weren't. Let's see. 3-round. 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 This was a 7. 3-round. Yeah, that one was a 3-round. This was a 3-round. Would have been good with a 5. This was a 3-round. This was a 3-round. Which one did I use on this one? This one was a 7. And same with this one. So, I was getting bored with 3-round liners. I can get the appeal of a 3-round liner. I just don't like them. I like 5-round liners or 7s. Because 5 rounds aren't too thin, but they're not bold. Where a 7 is bold, but not in your face. Mind you, when you have a tattoo for a few years, they grow and they blur. Instead of having this thin, nice, crisp black line, they just go and relax. They just, instead of going like this, it's the best way I can explain it. I know it's weird. But they expand and blur. So you have to make sure that something's not, if you're doing a minimum, you gotta make sure that it's not too detailed. Where if you're doing a large, it can be as detailed as you want. Give me a sec. I have technically a large piece somewhere here. Here you go. Oops. Sorry for the shaken lines. This is what would be considered a large. It would be like a thigh piece. A back piece would also be considered a large, especially if it's going from the top of your back to the bottom of your back. If you're having a tattoo at the bottom of your back all the way across, that would technically, I guess, in a way, be considered a large. Where a medium would be between detailed and not so detailed. Okay, give me a sec. Let me actually pull up my flash on my iPad. Where's my flash? Go tattoos. Why is this not showing anything? Oops. I just turned my iPad off for some strange reason. Oops. Give me a sec. I am doing this one-handed, so bear with me. Bear with me! This is a medium. These two pieces are a medium. Where these are a small minimum. Let's see if I can find you guys a large piece. Large, I think my larges are in here. This is a large. So you can understand flash sizing. But lost my train of thought. But at the beginning of the week, the first fairy tattoo that I did in the day, I was anxious as hell. My lines were shaky. I was shaking. Then to the last day of the last week, I was confident my lines actually got bolder. My computer's trying to tell me stuff. I don't want you. Quit. My computer's fighting me now. Why? Oh, so the computer's fighting me. Great. Trash. My computer's fighting me. There we go. No, but like, again, let's compare my first piece I did in the week to my last piece. So my first piece being this one. So like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's shaky lines and like not that bold. Mind you, it's also done by a 3-round liner. To my last piece of the week, which is bolder lines. Mind you, it's a 7-round liner. But like no shake at all, mind you, compared to a 3-round liner. It's easier to see the shaky lines compared to a 7. I'm just hoping they like them after they heal still. I'm also really hoping someone chooses like my centipede with the spider lilies. Mind you, the spider lily alone and the spider lily with the centipede is an anime reference. 2 separate animes, but if you guys can guess the animes of which I got the idea of a spider lily and a spider lily with a centipede, please do comment down below. I'm curious if anyone understands the reference. Oh jeez. I'm sorry. But no. I also overheard in August we'll be focusing on shading and color packing. It's going to be so much fun. That means I get to use my shader machine, my tattoo shader machine. And yes, there's 2 different coil machines for lining and shading, because they do have to be set up differently. Where, give me a quick sec. Let me reach over. The tattoo gun here in my thing, in my card, is a liner, where a shader, again doing this with one hand, this thing here would be more tilted upwards, more straighter. So yeah, you'd also use different needles for shading compared to lining. Woo! Because you got a 3RL or 3-round liner. Oh, here's a better one. A 7-round liner compared to a 7 flat Meg, where the round liners are literally bundled up like this, where a flat is literally flat. It's easier to shade. You can shade with a liner. You just gotta keep in mind to only shade with a liner or color pack with a liner in small areas, because a liner can chew up the skin easily, because it gets boring and tedious and all that. Where with a Meg, Megs are wider, so it is harder to get in the smaller areas, so that's where you'd use the liner. But in bigger areas, so like the wolf outline that I did on the thigh, the leg, the calf, that's the right body part, the calf, on the calf, I would use a Meg to pack that in. So yeah, There's really nothing else to say. So, I guess technically this is a bit short, but I don't know what else to say. So, until next time, my beautiful mythical creatures, stay hydrated and eat donuts. Peace out. Love you guys.